Ariel, Helwani in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, alongside Paul Semtex Daley, who faces Tyron Woodley this Saturday night live on Showtime. And Paul, thank you for the time. It's good to see you again. Last time we saw you was in San Diego against Nick Diaz. Obviously, that was a great fight. Unfortunately for you, came out on the losing end. How disappointing was that, and how long did it take for you to get over that fight since you were so close?
Yeah, obviously it was a big disappointment because we came in there to win, and we were very close to doing so. And especially looking back at the fight, we have our little discrepancies with certain aspects of the fight, which I've voiced before. But I've got a lot of good feedback from the fans. They enjoyed the fight, and that's one of my main things when I go out there is that the fans enjoy the fight.
What were those discrepancies for those that don't know?
I just thought that the fight was just stopped a little too early. I think of the four or something punches Nick threw when I fell back, only two of them landed, and I was defending. I was kicking at his legs, and I think with 3 seconds the fight should have continued. I wasn't out. I didn't go limp. I was defending. So, hey.
Well, now you're fighting Tyron Woodley. You were originally supposed to be fighting Cyborg, and he got injured, and Woodley came in. Which fighter interests you more? Which one got you more excited?
Both fights, really. I mean, you've got Cyborg, who's a veteran, and who's going to come out banging, and there's not going to be too many takedown attempts. And then you've got the young upstart in Tyron Woodley, who's got an unblemished record and is predominantly going to come out and try and wrestle. So either way, I'm going to be tested with Cyborg. My striking skills would have been tested more, and now with Woodley, it's going to be my takedown defense and my ground game. So I'm looking forward to either of the fights would have been perfect.
The last time we saw you face a pure wrestler like Woodley was against Josh Koscheck. What have you done to improve your takedown defense since that fight?
It's just continually training and just doing much of the same, really, just trying to improve on my wrestling. I've flown Kenny Johnson over again, who's my wrestling coach, and works with a lot of high-level MMA fighters, as well as having a great wrestling background at a very high level. And, just start bringing in big, strong, good wrestlers that we have in the UK and around Europe, and just working with these guys trying to improve. I think a lot of people forget that, Josh Koscheck is a very high-level wrestler, but if you go back and look at the fight, the incident before he got poked in the eye, I was actually getting back to my feet, and then 3 or 4 times I stopped his single legs against the cage. And I think people, because the fight was so much of it was spent on the ground, they forget some of the positives that I've taken away, my wrestling coach has taken away. I think that it's going to be a real easy task to get me to the ground, and I hope Woodley thinks that as well.
You've talked in the past about also wanting to just put on exciting fights at the end of the day. Any fear that this won't be an exciting fight, just considering the fact that he's a wrestler and he's going to try to exploit your weakness?
No, I think as long as the refereeing's good, I think it should be, the fight should go pretty well. I'm not obviously looking to be in a position where he's able to stall. I'm going to be fighting from everywhere. And if you do get those stalemates when you're dealing with wrestlers, as long as the ref is sharp to that and sees that nothing's happening, then I think the fight should go pretty well.
Have they told you anything about the title situation now that Nick went on to the UFC, what they're going to do about that?
I have no idea. I know that there's some mystery guy that they've signed, and I know that this has been said to my manager to be pretty much an eliminator, depending on the outcome, which I guess is because Woodley's their guy. I'm guessing that if Woodley wins, he'll immediately get the shot, but if I win, I'll probably have to fight another time, which is cool with me, because I'm going to knock him out. So, hey, bring it on.
Do you feel as though you're being fed to the young upstart because of, if you look at the Styles matchup and everything, do you feel as though that's the case here?
Yeah, I think that's what they're thinking, but I think, again, they've been slightly naive. I think, Woodley's a great potential champion of the future. He's got great wrestling. But I look to his fight with Tariq, who's another striker who's also got some stuff off his back, and I look to where I'm at and compare myself to Tariq and the improvements that I've made, and I think it's a very bad choice. I've had 40 fights, and that counts for a lot. I know people say that he's undefeated, but I think experience and composure counts for a lot. And again, no one's ever been in there with me. You had the champion Nick Diaz, and you've had all these people that have gone before, like Scott Smith, and I don't know, and Martin Campman that are durable guys, and I've hit them and I've knocked them out. And my power is unreal. My power is not comparable to anybody that you can have in the gym. Even if he's training with Thiago Alves like he has been, no one hits as hard as me in this division. And when he gets hit, you know, that's when his lack of experience is going to, you know, come to the surface.
By the way, who's this mystery guy that you're hearing about?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Masked man?
Yes, it could be you.
Imagine that.
You know? Yeah, that would be interesting. But yeah, so I'm just looking to enjoy this fight, win in spectacular fashion, and move on.
All right, final thing. In February, you fought for Bama. And obviously, they're the, you know, maybe the more popular organization right now in England. They just signed Nate Marquardt. There's been a bit of a war of words between you and Nate. Is that a fight that you're looking at? Because I know he's interested in that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. I love fighting in the UK. You know, I love entertaining my home fans, and you know, it's good that my family can come to the shows as well. And my contract is non-exclusive with Strikeforce, so I think if the opportunity comes and all terms are agreed, then that's a possible fight for the future. But right now, we've just got to take Woodley out there and do it in a spectacular fashion and entertain all the fans.
They haven't announced his opponent in his debut fight. Are they waiting to see what happens here?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Keeping your cards close to your vest on this one.
Like that, yeah. But you know, Woodley first, and we'll see what happens.
All right, Paul. Thanks for the time and good luck.
Cheers, dude.